kind of the dynamic level with the baton. So really follow my baton as right?
Tell me why it fell apart.
Nobody was following me.
Right, because you know what? When you started out, it was the best you've ever looked. Ready position was absolutely perfect. And then I can tell you couldn't get a response from them, and everything went like, because you started doing whatever you could to get something out. Because you know what? It would have been better to cut them off next time. They're not ready. Okay, so make them come to your standards. Don't go there.
Right.
And also, Robert, it wasn't clear whether or not we're playing the scale on quarter notes, half notes, all notes.
I think your verbal instructions, although I understood what you meant, I can see where it was not completely clear. So make sure you get them quiet so everybody can hear, and then articulate exactly what you're asking. And you might even follow it up by, does everybody understand, or some kind of question of that effect.
Okay. So quarter notes, crescendo, decrescendo, so to so. Okay, so
before you go to your lesson,
yeah.
do we add to that now some different articulation styles?
Sure.
And be clear with them what you want? Do you want them separated? Do you want it all slurred? How do you want it?
Well, that I want to look up.
Well, you tell them. You tell them.
So, all right, I'm going to do it a couple times. The first time, I want it legato. The second time, I want it staccato. And then the third time, back to legato.
What did you not get? What did you like?
The dynamic concept.
Yeah, exactly. So let's make them do this, okay? Don't just settle with what they gave you. You're going to have to fight this battle over, right? And it may not be because they're trying to give you a hard time. It may not be a group of kids may not be trying to give you a hard time. They just don't understand. So you may have to be a little more insistent in the help of them. Don't start holding them. Don't start out with this.
Let's try that one more time. So moving on to what I want to talk about this time is really setting up the character of this piece. Now, in the beginning, it's Mark's mezzo piano for all the parts, and I really want to set up kind of like a drone in the lower brass sections, because you're playing the bum, 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 bum. So it's very drum-like. It's very kind of tribal music. So keep that in mind when you're playing that part. And I also want to really bring out the melody and the lyrical lines in the upper voices. So watch me try and guide you guys through that. Okay, so I want to work from the beginning to measure 11.
We have rest.
We were rest.
Beginning
Yeah.
to 11.
Oh,
Beginning
sorry.
to 11.
Oh, beginning to 11,
I thought you said
okay.
11.
Beginning on 11.
Rob, I'm reading the tenor sax part. Do you want me to read the baritone part?
Sure, yeah. So, what did you guys hear when we were playing that? Can anybody describe the character of what we just played, or the dynamic level of what we just played? There's something about it.
Fat guy walking down the street.
Fat guy walking down the street.
It's very ominous.
It was fat.
Can anybody tell me anything about the dynamic level of what we were just playing?
Kind of felt away. Like it didn't, it was soft, like some of us were playing soft and was playing like they always play. And it just sounded kind of dull. So even though it was soft, it had no.
Okay, so that's basically what I'm thinking. So, what I would like us to do is for us to all play the dynamic level that we're playing
Oh
down.
my gosh.
Even if you think you're doing it, do it a little bit more, maybe it'll encourage the
Thank
people
you.
around you to do so. I want this to kind of be, something almost in the background to what we're going to be doing later in. So, start very softly and carry through that character throughout this whole section. I'm going to repeat that. So, let's try that again from the beginning to. Now, on some of the moving notes, especially in the melody, I'm trying to conduct slight accents within the melodic line. And I don't feel like many of you were catching that or following it for me. Can we try to do that? Can you see what I'm doing? Do you see the accents that I'm trying to do?
A little bit. Can you do it more?
Well, I was getting like no response, which is
Coming in which
Alright, so, beginning. Right. That was good.